This presentation by Candace Kovacs discusses exploring pathways through which urban areas can achieve sustainability and the most effective and practicable strategies. There will be an introduction and thesis overview, a discussion of the three main questions, and each of those will be broken down into areas of research, and a conclusion will be given. At the end of the presentation, there will be a chance to ask questions. In urban areas, sustainability is crucial due to the increasing global trend of urbanization. As more people migrate to cities, the challenges and opportunities associated with urban living become paramount. By addressing environmental, social, and economic aspects, sustainable urban development seeks to create resilient, inclusive, and thriving urban environments for current and future generations. In the global context, urban sustainability is increasingly crucial as the world faces a multitude of environmental changes. The rapid pace of urbanization, coupled with expanding populations, places significant stress on natural resources and ecosystems. In the face of these environmental changes, fostering urban sustainability is not only a local imperative but a global necessity. Implementing sustainable practices in urban areas is essential to mitigating the negative environmental impacts and create resilient, environmentally friendly cities that can thrive in the long term. Urban communities play a pivotal role in achieving sustainability as they are the primary stakeholders and contributors to the environmental, social, and economic fabric of urban areas. Urban communities are not only beneficiaries of sustainable practices, but active agents in achieving sustainability. Their engagement, advocacy, and responsible actions are integral to creating resilient, vibrant, and environmentally conscious urban spaces that can thrive in the face of global challenges. Urban communities, with their large and densely packed populations, face many sustainable challenges. Not all approaches to achieving sustainability will be equally effective for different urban settings. Generally, sustainability will, among other things, create a locally available food supply focused on minimizing food waste while creating a hands-on learning environment. More research is needed into the factors that influence the level of success of different sustainability approaches, such as urban farming and waste management. The following questions are research questions for the proposed thesis. First, what strategies can urban communities use to become more sustainable? Second, of the possible strategies, what are the most effective and practicable for achieving sustainability? And third, what variables influence the level of success of each strategy? So, question one, what strategies can urban communities use to become more sustainable? There are several strategies that can be utilized in urban sustainability. Renewable energy allows for the integration of solar, wind, and other renewable energy sources into urban power systems and the implementation of energy efficient technologies and practices. Waste management allows for the development of comprehensive recycling programs, the promotion of waste reduction and reuse initiatives, and the adoption of advanced waste to energy technologies. Green infrastructure is the incorporation of green roofs and walls to enhance energy efficient and biodiversity. The creation of urban parks and green spaces to improve air quality and promote well being, and sustainable storm water management using permeable surfaces and green corridors. Sustainable transportation is the promotion of public transportation systems to reduce reliance on private vehicles, the implementation of cycling infrastructure and pedestrian-friendly pathways, and the integration of electric and hybrid vehicles into urban transport fleets. Community engagement creates initiatives to raise awareness about sustainability practices among residents, involvement of communities in decision-making processes related to sustainable urban development, and collaboration with local organizations for collective sustainability projects. Some case studies on urban sustainability have given some insight into a few areas of interest. Renewable energy, such as a solar project which implements a citywide solar project incorporating solar panels on public buildings and a community solar initiative. This resulted in a significant reduction in carbon emissions and lowered energy costs for residents. Waste management based on a zero waste initiative in Boston and the introduction of a comprehensive zero waste program emphasizing recycling, composting, and waste reduction strategies achieved a notable decrease in landfill waste and increased community engagement in sustainable practices. Green infrastructure using a green corridor. This is the creation of a green corridor featuring tree-lined streets, green spaces, and permeable surfaces. Improved air quality, reduction in the urban heat island effect, and enhanced overall community's well-being. Sustainable transportation, such as a bike-friendly city initiative, transforms urban spaces to accommodate cyclists, including dedicated bike lanes and bike-sharing programs, led to increased cycling rates, reduced traffic congestion, and improved air quality. Community engagement studies, such as a community-led sustainability project, empowerment of a local community to implement sustainable practices, including community gardens, energy-saving initiatives, and waste reduction campaigns. This resulted in strengthened community bonds and a collective commitment to sustainability. Some case studies, Some other things to consider when deciding what urban areas will utilize when becoming more sustainable were having regulatory support, incentive programs, environmental standards, public transportation investment, and community engagement initiatives. Question 2. Of the possible strategies, which are the most efficient and practicable ways for achieving sustainability? Criteria being used for assessing urban sustainability are environmental impact and economic viability, social aspect, acceptance, scalability, and practical implementation. For environmental impacts, things to assess are the reduction of carbon emissions to lower greenhouse gases and resource efficiency to assess the efficient use of natural resources to evaluate the impact it has on resource conservation. For economic viability, cost effectiveness needs to determine the overall economic feasibility of implementing the strategy, and the return on investments must analyze long-term financial benefits and returns on investment. For social acceptance, community engagement will measure the level of community involvement and acceptance of the strategy. The equitable impact must assess whether the strategy benefits all segments of the community, avoiding social disparities. Scalability must be adaptable to different urban contexts to evaluate the strategy's potential for implementation in diverse urban settings and be easy to replicate. Assessing how easily the strategy can be replicated in other cities is important for a unified result. For practical implementation, feasibility must be evaluated to determine if implementing the strategy within the existing infrastructure and regulations is accurate. Integration with existing systems must be assessed to see how well the strategy integrates with current urban systems. Some innovative approaches for urban sustainability are smart city technologies, circular economic initiatives, green building technologies, urban agriculture and vertical farming, and micro-mobility solutions. Two of these are more suitable for urban sustainability, and implementing them together gives a city more chance of success. Adoption of prioritizing recycling materials in a closed-loop system, such as a Nexus bin, will allow for lowering food waste. Green infrastructure, such as urban farming, will maximize food production in urban areas and can be utilized in green buildings using natural elements to improve well-being and reduce environmental impacts, or through farms, which can be vertical, and integrate agriculture into urban space, including rooftops and unused land. Question 3. What variables influence the level of success of each strategy? When considering urban location and sustainability, geographical location, culture and social context, economic considerations, policy and governance, and infrastructure readiness must be acknowledged, considered, recognized, understood, and addressed. For instance, one climate may require adaptation in another, and the type of topography, such as hills, coastal regions, or flat terrains, may affect infrastructure and sustainable solutions. Cultural preferences and values influence the acceptance and success of sustainable initiatives and social structure, and demographics can impact the effectiveness of the strategy. So, understanding local policies and regulations will allow for alignment, plus the role of governmental support and enforcement of sustainability initiatives. The state of current infrastructure may enhance or hinder implementing certain strategies, and the ability and readiness of technology to support sustainable initiatives is important to recognize. In conclusion, the imperative of urban sustainability is not merely a contemporary trend, but a fundamental necessity for securing the well being of future generations. As we stand at the intersection of unprecedented urbanization and global environmental challenges, the trajectory we choose today will shape the world our descendants inherit tomorrow. The most suitable way for an urban community to start becoming more sustainable immediately is through urban farming and waste management. Creating immediate food production and utilizing composting systems control waste go hand in hand. The core concept of urban sustainability revolves around creating cities that meet the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. This is the time that you may ask any questions. Without any questions, just want to state that the world is experiencing unprecedented levels of urbanization, leading to rapid pollution and growth in cities. This places immense pressure on urban infrastructure, housing, and essential services. Urban areas contribute significantly to environmental degradation, including air and water pollution, deforestation, and habitat loss. So it has been a very long journey to reach this point in my degree, but I'm very excited to share this information and hope for it to have an impact on the field of urban sustainability. Thank you.